Well, hi everyone, welcome back to the Music Chat channel. Today we're going to be looking into Audio Vertigo by Elbow. And they are one of my favorite English bands. These guys come from Manchester and they have been out there for quite some time now. They have played together for over 30 years. It's just ridiculous when you think about it. Started off as a band in 1997, but they had already started playing by then together, not as Elbow though. So they have been pretty consistent over the last decades, keeping their audiences and fans pleased, although always record after record exploring new paths and new ways of putting their rock stuff out there. However, Elbow's debut work back in the 90s was a lot more rocky and heavy, you might say. They have managed to stay relevant over the years. They kind of adapted their sound to the audiences as they grew, but without changing too much, so that they kept their first fans pleased still. So this was pretty much an ever-growing audience. And by doing that, not only they reached new markets, new people, but also managed to have their fan base very solid and loyal to them. Still, in my view, they have been pretty much a live band, and while they kept releasing studio albums, they weren't always brilliant, you might say. One of their best albums surely would be The Seldom Seen Kid, which won a Mercury Prize back in 2008, but this hasn't really seen any other record come close until now, that is. I've always been a fan of Elbow's composition ability and how they're able to turn any riff or any melody into a great song. So much so that there is an identity to them. Their songs sound Elbow. You really don't mistake it for anything else. I think it's also clear that these lads are aging well, seem to be wiser in their choices, both in studio and live, and have been able to strike a very good balance between what makes Elbow and new stuff, like stuff that in the past you wouldn't really associate with them. So on this Audio Vertigo album you get 12 songs, although not all of them are actual songs. Some of them are mere interludes, but I guess they serve their purpose, and you find yourself going different places with this record because they create lots of different ambiences and atmospheres. It's like a testament to how inventive and original they can be. And as Garvey once said, an album should take people on a journey, and Audio Vertigo does that. And they have it all in this Audio Vertigo. Exquisite bass lines, strings all over the place, brass instrument stuff, gospel choirs, you name it. And I think this is also a very fun album, very lively, so I do believe that this is going to do really well live. These guys really know what they're doing, and at the end of the day this is their 10th studio album, and in over 30 years, so they kind of know what they're doing, and they kind of know what works as a band and also what the audience want from them. And then of course, they know each other really well. Just get this balance right in terms of compositions, in terms of arrangements, in terms of actual performance of each one. So yes, I really enjoyed most of the tracks in this album, with my favorite tracks being Things I've Been Telling Myself for Years, Hurt to the Earth, and The Picture. As for my less favorite ones, I would say Knife Fight and From the River. And my score for this one, I'm gonna go with an 8 in 10. This is a cracking album, full of all the different stuff that Elbow really are made of. To me, this is first and foremost a very rich and honest album. It goes way back to the roots of Elbow, the early days, but also has lots of experimental stuff. And this is a great match. It could have gone wrong, but I feel like because of their capabilities and their songwriting abilities, this works in the end. To all of you that are familiar to the band and maybe have seen them live or bought some of their records, this really won't disappoint. At the end of the day, it's quality stuff. It sounds new and familiar at the same time, and it's also great fun. I think that's what this album is. So go on and check it out. Let me know what you think. And I shall see you on the next video. Thank you.